Do you ever wish you could turn back time? Maybe you're a bit older and you wish you were young again. What would you do to become young again? Well, today's your lucky day. All you have to do to turn back your age is to wake up at 4:30 a.m., work out every day, eat well, sleep well, infuse yourself with your child's blood, receive fat injections, peel off your skin, get laser therapy, spend $2 million a year on experiments, take 111 pills a day, and of course, make sure to acquire the blood of a virgin to drink in order to stay human. Now, if that sounds feasible to you, then it's safe to tell you that you could probably turn back your biological age. Bryan Johnson is a multi-millionaire who made his fortune after selling his payment processing company, Braintree Payment Solution, to eBay in 2013 for a massive $800 million in cash. And I'm not jealous. Johnson then used $200 million from the acquisition to create the biotech venture firm OS Fund in 2014, and then later, the neurotechnology company Kernel. At 45 years old, he's been on a quest to reverse the aging of his body. Didn't think that was possible? Well, this is 2023. Anything's possible. With a name like Bryan Johnson, it makes sense why he needs to make a name for himself. Because he has the most normal name I've ever heard in my life. Bryan Johnson? Bryan Johnson? This guy's been blowing up for the past few months for his wacky routines he uses to reverse his biological age, to literally turn back the clock. Do you ever wish you could turn back time? You might be thinking, he looks like a normal 45-year-old though. Beware, peasant! You wouldn't understand. The point is not to look younger, but to biologically be younger, okay? Bryan says he has slowed his pace of aging by equivalent 31 years, and he believes he'll live till he's 200 years old. And I can barely make it to 20. Good luck doing that if there's no planet to live on. Oh, my bad. He's a millionaire. He'll just fly away into space. Today we're going to go through everything surrounding this guy. And of course, do some gentle jousting, because that's what we do here on this channel. Bryan Johnson says he's the most measured man in human history. And if you scroll through his website, blueprint.bryanjohnson.co, and if you scroll through his website, I can't say it. That's what you're getting at me. Blueprint.bryanjohnson.co, okay? If you scroll through it, that becomes very obvious. Amogus. You can see this lovely photo of him that does not give me robot vibes at all, where he has some of his most important stats listed. The website goes through all of his health tests that he has recorded for literally every part of his body, and I mean every part of his body. But I'm not a doctor, so looking at the website is, well, it's the equivalent of reading like a fucking alien language for me. And I'm not an alien. The craziest thing you've probably heard about this guy is that he infuses himself with his son's blood. Bryan's from Utah. Are you sure he isn't from... Oh. Well, you know, I was going to make an Alabama joke, but the fact that he's from Utah, that actually makes a lot of sense. And I'm not sorry to any Utahians out there. Utahians? That's what you're called? Yeah, I'm a Utahian, man. No, you're not. You're a Utah, get out of here, man. Bryan also donated his blood plasma to his 70-year-old father. My son, father, and I completed the world's first multi-generational plasma exchange. Once divided by the mind, now united by biology. You know, isn't the fact that you came from his sperm and your son came from your sperm, isn't that, like, good enough? There is no proven clinical benefit of infusion of plasma for young donors to cure, mitigate, treat, or prevent these conditions, and there are risks associated with the use of any plasma product, the FDA said. Ruh-roh! Sorry, but Bryan is above the federal agencies. Literally. I'm sure this whole time you've been looking at Bryan and thinking, how come his skin is so flawless? Huh? How can I get my skin as flawless as his? Well, fret not. For he has shared his skincare routine, as well as everything else about his body. Everything. According to his website, Johnson has the wrinkles and spots of a 10-year-old and the texture of a 14-year-old, but also the pores of a 50-year-old, the IV spots of a 62-year-old, and the red areas of a 70-year-old. Health wasn't always important to Johnson, and he was often exposed to the sun growing up. Here's what his skincare routine entails. Okay. You know how people say smooth as a baby's butt? He's taking this to an entirely different level. You know, see, I look at these pictures of him, and I don't think it's reverse aging. I think he's going through the world's first scientific process of themification. Bryan applies 7 different creams daily, which if you know anything about skincare, it's actually pretty reasonable. I've seen people have 10-step skincare routines. Don't worry. He does do way more than that. Way more than that. He does weekly acid peels, laser therapy, micro needling, micro Botox injections for pore shrinkage, of course, and injections designed to stimulate collagen production. You know those people who somehow have like perfect skin and they're always like, oh, I just use water and coconut oil. Fuck you. No, you don't. I guess maybe they were onto something. Because what the fuck is this? I wonder if he ever has done one of those vampire facials. Wait. I think that would actually be culturally insensitive to him, actually. To top it all off, Bryan receives fat injections from a donor because he has such little fat that he can't use fat cells from the rest of his body. Suffering from success. I would be terrified to see what would happen if you were to take this guy after he's done all this and just put him back out into the sun. 111 supplements, there better be a lot of vitamin D in there too, brother. Have you ever heard of aging gracefully, Bryan? Surprisingly, his workout routine is painfully normal. Come on, man! Bench press is I don't know, a fucking Honda Civic or something. I don't know. Johnson said that he constantly adapts his workouts, but currently exercises for 45 to 60 minutes, 7 days a week. He stressed that he's neither training for an endurance event like a marathon, nor with the aim of building muscle like a bodybuilder, nor being able to fight. His workouts are designed to, quote-unquote, slow the speed of my aging and maintain optimal health. And here's his complete anti-aging workout. He just does a set of everything for 15 to 25 reps. But I like looking at this workout. It's just a full body workout every day. He literally found a way to entirely just get rid of leg days. They don't exist anymore. Bryan actually said in a Fortune interview, "Am I scared of dying? No. I mean, look into those eyes. I bet this guy has seen the secrets of the universe. Of course he's not scared of dying. He knows he'll live forever." And sexists say women are high maintenance. Please. Bryan actually says he has a hard... What did I just say? Bryan actually says he has a hard time dating. I wonder why. He says, in circumstances where I've tried to date... Why am I doing the Elon impression? In circumstances where I've tried to date, the first thing I do is give them a list of 10 things, like, here's all the things you're going to hate about me, and all the things that are going to make me an impossible partner for you. It's a big deal, confessed Johnson, a native of Provo, Utah, who now lives in Venice, California. Isn't that everyone's circle of life? At least he's honest. Here's why you shouldn't date me, but please date me. Imagine you go on a date with someone, there's like, listen, I got 6 different mental illnesses. I'm an alcoholic. I'm a drug addict. I'm also obsessive, clingy, jealous. What else? You're just sitting there like... Here's some cash. He also doesn't want to share a bed with a partner, which, listen, if there's one thing I actually agree with this guy on, it's this. That's why instead of people saying, hey, we could still have a healthy relationship and sleep in different beds, now we have beds that cost $10,000 that do this and this, right? Because that's science. He also says that he doesn't really do small talk and would prefer not to talk at all during a several-hour time slot allotted for concentrated thought. You could just say, I meditate. How the fuck? Imagine telling someone, listen, I have 5 hours of the day where I just sit there and I don't do anything. I don't breathe, actually. I don't blink. I just sit there like this for 5 hours. And if you're not comfortable with that, oh well. Imagine stumbling in on your partner doing that for the first time. That's worse than walking in on someone jacking off. You walk in and there's like... Maybe he's hard to date because he allegedly walked out on an ex-fiancée after a breast cancer diagnosis and serially cheating on her. According to a breach of contract lawsuit filed in Los Angeles in 2021, content creator and actress Taryn Southern alleged that entrepreneur Bryan Johnson obsessively controlled aspects of her personal and professional life. The pair were together between 2016 and 2019, according to the lawsuit, in a relationship where Johnson initially swept Miss Southern off her feet, only to emotionally and financially manipulate her to new lows, allegedly. Johnson's lawyers have denied the claims and said in filings that Southern is trying to extort him. and that since she worked for his company, her claim should be resolved an aberration. Obviously, I don't know anything about this because I don't know these people, but I thought that needed to be included. If it was true, which I don't know, this is alleged, I'm not saying anything, it would be really, ironic in a sick and twisted sort of way. That's mostly everything I can cover with this guy, his hot news stories, whatever. I don't know, his hotness. What? I didn't say that. Now, if you allow me, we can go through his socials to see what this guy's about. Because like a normal individual, I stalked his accounts for a solid few hours to find these posts. To start off with the worst social media platform, let's have a look at XXX. Oh, sorry. He doesn't have an OnlyFans, okay? No, I'm just kidding. I accidentally held down the X too long on my keypad while I was typing. So let's go through some of his tweets that caught my eye. They really, really caught my eye. He actually grabbed my eyeball through the screen and ripped it out of its socket. I had to drive like 20 miles to my eye doctor, have him put it back in. It was really fucking traumatic. So I'm sorry if I have an implicit bias for this guy. Don't get caught in an awkward conversation not knowing your nighttime erection average. Or don't get caught in an awkward conversation where you bring up your nighttime erection average. This tech is built by UK company Atom Health. The device is simple, comfortable, and easy to use. They only have 100 available in this beta phase. QR code and link below. Okay. You know, I think the average person definitely wants to know how many times they get hard in the middle of the night. You know, good sleep equals at least 5 wet dreams. If you're having 10, then oh my god, you're having a good sleep. He includes a lovely diagram titled Bryan Johnson's Penis Rejuvenation and how you can implement it at home. You know how you do this at home? Just get some real good sloppy toppy, okay? And that'll reverse your aging by at least 5 years. I love at the bottom of this, it says erection hardness score. The lowest hardness is tofu to peeled banana, unpeeled banana, and cucumber. Your dick's being compared to tofu? Oh, that's gotta hurt, buddy. You know, silky tofu or extra firm. I found this picture of him that I've been thinking about. It's been in my mind for days. I actually had nightmares about it last night. The caption just says, prayer. Yeah. Worship me. And I want you all to look at this picture. What in the American Psycho is this? All you wannabe Patrick Batemans will never compare to Bryan Johnson. He's the new American Psycho. This is literally like something I would see in a horror movie. When the killer's about to like go murder someone, they're like, oh. Then he goes out and stabs someone 30 times. All jokes, okay? So someone replies to one of his tweets. I'm assuming a picture of him or something, right? They say Jesus only took 6 hours to get your look, and it's a picture of Jesus crucified, which, harsh. That's so mean, right? And this man, he quote retweets it and says, poor posture. That's like his most savage reply I've ever seen. I don't even know what to say. You know, I know that the QAnon motherfuckers are for sure cooking up the conspiracies about this guy right now. He eats dead babies. Okay, I know you all are sick of me talking. You want to watch some videos of this guy. He doesn't actually sound like what I said. He sounds like a very normal individual, actually. Just analyze, see if he sounds like a robot, maybe if his eyes blink vertically. Zuck, I'm looking at you.
I'm not a biohacker, I'm not a health enthusiast, I am a professional rejuvenation athlete. I am chronologically 45 years old. Biologically, I'm a few hundred ages. My left ear is 64. My fitness test, they say I'm 18, my heart is 37, my diaphragm strength is 18, my son is 17, and so I always tease him and say, when I grow younger, I want to be like you. It's measurement day, and there's a lot at stake. I just did a laser treatment a week ago. It was one of the most painful therapies I've done for Blueprint. We basically just burned off my entire face and neck.
How do you open up with that? I just did a treatment last week, and they burned all my skin off. Like, he's bored at this point. He's like, what can I do with my body right now? What can I do? Can I light myself on fire? Can I just take a match, cover myself in gasoline, and just light myself on fire, see if that helps?
I have genetically large pores, and so in the last measurement we did with this multi-spectral imaging device, I had a count of 800 pores. So we're trying to get that down by roughly 50% over 3 treatments. So today, I find out what happened, and I'm nervous.
I could tell. He's like, if this didn't work, I burned myself for no reason. There's, $5,000 down the drain.
I'm not sure how I feel about this. From 800 to 735, almost 10%. Actually, you know what? That is consistent with the data we saw. I'm happy with this outcome.
Yeah, before he said he's happy with it, there was actually there was a cut. They had to cut out a portion where he just started screaming, crying, kicking his feet up in the air because he was so upset. You can see he said 735. He's like, what? That's like life altering for him.
I've been spending millions of dollars trying to create the perfect diet. What I did is I asked all my organs of the body, hey heart, liver, and kidney, what do you need to be your best self? We looked at scientific evidence and this is the result.
Don't give that advice to an alcoholic. Hey liver, what do you need? Please help me! I know he's not doing this to be weird, but there's something so hilarious to me, the idea of like, I want my body to be like a 17-year-old. He just goes through his food. He eats a lot of, like, stereotypical, like, good food. I mean, it is good food, right? He's a vegan. I just want to mention that. He is vegan. The caption of this one is, I spent millions on anti-aging, but my dick is the thing everyone asks me about. Are they? He's just getting flooded with comments every day. He's like, everyone's always asking me about my dick. God, okay? It's big, all right?
Better. Funny you ask, I've been doing this high FEMS device on my pelvic floor and actually seen a pretty substantial increase in nighttime erections, both in strength and duration.
Strength. Your hand would actually break if you tried to hit it like this. Like your bones would shatter, and then you'd have to get it cut right off. So don't touch my dick when it's hard, okay?
And that became one of the most interesting data points for people. They're like, I want more at night.
Is anyone saying that to you?
How do you get better sleep?
I mean, it's just a few basics.
Ah! Jump scare. Oh my god, I didn't know I would be seeing Pierce fucking Morgan in this video. Oh my god. So, how was your penile health? I'm not gay or anything.
I sleep by myself, which is a luxury I have. A lot of people don't have that option. I have a temperature-controlled mattress, which is also great.
What the fuck is on his face right now? When you think of sleep, you think, I gotta close the blinds, nice and dark. He's just, when he goes to sleep, he's like, give me those LEDs right in my face. Boy, this really, oh my god. I'm getting drowsy just looking at him. Oh.
My 16 and 18-year-old boys are doing a lot of this.
Okay, pause. Why are we playing this music? Ominous church music, whatever the fuck this is.
My 12-year-old daughter is not. She is not yet subscribed to the program.
What a disappointment. How dare she not subscribe to your program? She's 12. She better get... I want her to be the age of a 3-year-old. I want her to have the skin of a 3-year-old. She's 12. Hasn't even finished going through puberty. He's like, why won't she just subscribe to my program?
Since I've been public about Blueprint and open sourced everything.
What is this B-roll? What's going on? What are they're just like stabbing his face? Monthly, I like to have them just peel off my face. This is a once a month treatment. Just peel it off. I like them to take my face and just they do this process with it where they dip it in acid, and it really helps reverse the aging effects. And then when they put it back on my face, they sew it back on. I have a very, very thick scar here. You can't see it because of my hairline. And when they put it back on, I just feel brand new. Watch this guy die when he's 50. I mean, I hope that doesn't happen. I would love to see this guy live till he's 200. That's his one goal is to be put in the Guinness World Record book and have no one else ever break it, of course. Would it not be crazy, though, 5 years from now, down the line, we just hear that multi-millionaire Bryan Johnson, known for reversing aging, dies at 50. We're like, yo, what?
I'm currently aging at 0.76. For every 365 days a year, I age 277. So I basically get like October, November, December for free. And then for the months I do age, then the progress is to reverse that aging that has happened so that I can be the same biological age.
What happens when he gets down and he's like biological age of 1 month? What does he do then? I now have the body of a baby. He just shrinks slowly and slowly. He just turns back into a baby. It's like that episode of Family Guy where Stewie goes back in the womb. They just slowly put it back in his mom's. That's evil, man. Sorry.
Today I'm going to show you the machine I use that allows me to do the equivalent of 20,000 sit-ups in 30 minutes time. I've set the machine to 100% and 15, so it's the max level. This is definitely not something you want to start with. What it feels like is it's pulling your entire stomach out. It's like ripping it out. Strap it on.
That's how you know you're getting a good workout in. Let's say you're doing a deadlift, right? And it feels like your stomach or your intestines have actually exited your body. That's how you know you're getting a good workout in, is when you feel like, I just feel like something came out of me. That's how you know you're really pushing yourself. You're gonna see good results. This feels like something that I shouldn't be watching. This feels like something that's not gonna give you abs, by the way. The only reason this guy has abs, I'm just telling you guys right now, is because he's on a caloric deficit. That's why his body fat percentage is so low. He doesn't have abs because if you're doing whatever the fuck he's doing, if you got your hands on this machine and you like tortured yourself every day like he is, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say Bryan is a bit of a masochist. You're not gonna get six-pack abs unless you're on a caloric deficit, right? So I feel like I'm one step away from becoming this guy. Don't ever let me have money. If I get money, I'm terrified that I'm just gonna turn into this guy because I'm already like this close to being like him. This guy does all this stuff so focused on his physicality, right? Like your mental health is the one thing that's probably gonna keep you going. How are you gonna live till 200 if you can't? I'm sorry.
My anti-aging protocol blueprint has been able to slow my speed of aging by the equivalent of 31 years. One of the things we've implemented into the diet, which accounts for almost 15% of my daily caloric intake, is extra virgin olive oil.
This guy's an alien. I'm telling you right now. Only an alien is gonna sit there and actually drink extra virgin olive oil. Do you cook anything? If I drank oil, like just straight oil, I think I'd choke and die, and it would be a relief, actually. So surprise, I've actually been doing Bryan's anti-aging routine with him. I actually started 2 years ago when I heard about what he had been doing, and I've been doing it for the past 2 years as well. So I figured I'd give you all my update as to how my health has been and my daily routine doing the Blueprint program. So I hope you all enjoy. I wake up at 4:30 a.m. I actually stand sleeping up. I sleep in a refrigerator. It's like the budget version of a cryogenic pod, so it's great to try at home. Then I do the same workout routine that I've been doing every day for the past 2 years. I then shower to prep for my 24 bodily measurements. Multiple blood draws, a colonoscopy, those are my personal favorite, and many others you can see on the Blueprint website. I have 5 erections at night. Unfortunately, they're happening more often during the day now, and I am unsure how to prevent them. This isn't much of a real kerfuffle for me, since I don't leave my house. If I do, I will actually explode in a violent supernova. I'm classified as a bioweapon by the UN. Then I enjoy my nuts and veggies and pills, and I wash them down with some olive oil. Then later in the day, more nuts and veggies and pills, and of course, by the end of the day, nuts and pills. Sometimes I find the pills hard to swallow, so I'll just cough them back up and try again. When I finally lay my head to sleep, I am already very tired, since I have my deep, concentrated thought for 5 hours prior to. I sleep like a baby. I feel like one too. My goal is to think like one, to be at ease in life. This is the goal of Blueprint. So that's pretty much everything surrounding Bryan. I don't care what you all say. Bryan is winning the I don't give a fuck war. He's fucking around, and we're eventually gonna find out. Honestly though, being real for a second, he doesn't seem like a bad guy. I don't know anything about him, right? He does seem to recognize the fact that most people can't do what he's doing. Guess what, I'm not in the top 1%. But he does give everyone all the data. He gives general tips and is like, do with this what you will. So, I mean, he seems like a pretty down-to-earth guy. I'm going to be honest. He doesn't seem to be, minus the fact that he's doing this, he doesn't seem to be too out of touch, right? You know anything else about this guy? You want to comment anything about this video? Comment it down below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you like me, make sure to subscribe, because I post comedy and commentary videos every Sunday at 12 p.m. Eastern. So if that sounds like your thing, make sure to subscribe and turn the notification bell so you know when I post a video. Again, I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I hope I see you in the next one. Bye.
I got nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear, that my mind fills up into a creature, and it haunts me somewhere much deeper.